Good morning. Today we're practicing Kundalini-inspired yoga because, as you know, I am not uh, fully trained in Kundalini, or couldn't say trained at all, but I have practiced over the years, and it was the way that I was introduced to yoga, which I'm really grateful for because it's good to have a round, as much as a rounded perspective as possible. And if you have practiced many different variations of something that we call asana, or yoga asana, the physical variation of yoga, the physical part of it, then you can see that there isn't one way to do it, and that means that there isn't one way to do it all around. So there isn't one way to practice asana, but then within each asana, each posture, there isn't just one way to do it. There are ways to do it safely and mindfully to honor the body's natural structure, but there is room for some creativity. And that's why these variations are it's even possible that they can be created by different individuals. So let's start and begin our practice seated. Coming to a tall seat. And we'll get quieter in the body, quieter in the mind by concentrating the mind on the body. This is going to require some sense of stillness, and yet observation of motion. So the mind fully focused on the way the breath is moving in and out. Let the breath get deeper and deeper. More and more regulated. And then we will chant Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the divine teacher within. Hands together. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's rest in child's posture. Coming to hands and knees, and then hips down. Knees can be closer or further, just depends on how open you are in parts of the body, and then forehead resting. Becoming quieter and quieter in the mind as you sink into the body. And if you've been active this morning or earlier in the day, depending on when you're practicing, you might sense that there's something inside of you that's really pleasantly experiencing the slowness of this practice, or there's something inside of you that is resisting the slowness. And all we have to do is be aware. If there's a part of you that's going to be restless, wants to move, just notice it. Being still for 3 more breaths. And we'll rise. Take the hands and plant them. Come up to a table, hands and knees. We'll start to move through cat-cow. Inhaling, belly sinking, head lifting. Exhale, belly drawing up, head coming down. Find a neutral spine, roll over the toes, stretch the toes, send the hips back a little bit towards the heels. Maybe even bring the hips to the heels and lower down a bit, just feeling toes stretching, opening. And then we're going to come to seated right on the heels. Maybe keep the toes as they are. We're not staying here long. Take hands behind, interlace fingers. Squeeze the shoulders back. Let the head come back slightly. And then exhale, lower the head down, forehead to the mat. Now see if you can bring the heels down and come into a child's posture, or it might be better to take forehead to the mat. You might even start to come towards the crown of the head. So find a position that you can hold comfortably enough. And then we're going to bring sound in. Sat Nam. Truth is our identity. God's name is truth. You can hear it mentally or sound it out. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Release the arms. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. And we'll we'll start to rise to table posture, hands and knees once again. This time inhale, press the right foot back, bring the ball of the foot down, press through the heel, and notice the calf. Notice tightness there, or openness there, whatever it is that you're experiencing, feel it. Next, inhale, lift the right leg, lift the left arm, squeeze the right shoulder blade back, turn the hand to face, top of the hand faces out to the left, and exhale, lower the hand and the knee. Next, inhale, press the left foot back, straightening the knee, pressing through the heel. And then when you're ready, lift the left leg. Keep the foot active as it was, and then maybe take the weight into that left arm and extend the right arm forward. Turn the right hand, palm faces in. Another breath or so. And then we'll exhale, lower the knee and the hand down. Let's stretch the wrist. Take the fingers to face back as you're in table, forearms face forward. Let the fingers face forward, and then bring one hand down, top of the hand down, fingers face back. Just take a breath or so right here. Switching. And we'll bring the hand down. Right from here, cross the ankles, come to seated. Extend the left leg forward. Right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the leg. Inhale, find length. Exhale, bend the elbows lower. Now we'll bring a forceful yogic breath here. So exhaling, inhaling. One more inhale, rising. Exhale, folding. Couple deep breaths. And we'll inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch legs. Flex the right foot, left foot to right thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the leg. Remember, it could be by the thigh, it could be further towards the ankle or the foot. Inhale, lift, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the arms. Release in. Inhaling. Exhale. couple more. And then inhaling, rising, exhale, breathing deeply as you lower. And we'll come up, come back to the knees. Take hands behind, interlace the fingers like we did before. Squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Arms up overhead, maybe hips up or down. And then chanting or sounding internally. Satnam. 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 Releasing. Child's posture. Next inhalation, rise to seated on the heels. If that bothers you, you can sit on a block or sit on your bottom. I'm going to take the arms out to the sides, and on the inhale, take the tops of the hands to touch. On the exhale, arms to a T. Now we're going to continue with strong breath. Lots of force. One more time, exhaling, inhaling, interlacing fingers, index fingers face upwards, and then we're going to move into breath of fire. So remember, if you feel strange and none of this feels right with the forceful breath, or if at any time breath of fire doesn't sound or feel right, or if you have any blood pressure issues, then just breathe normally and be here in this physical position. Otherwise, we'll move into breath of fire. Deep breath in. Out. Remember to pulse the belly as you go in and out much more quickly now. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Release the arms, rest, lower. Hearing or chanting Satnam. 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 Rise up. Bring the hands to the thighs, palms up. Shoulders up, back, down, rolling a few times. Letting the head move eventually as the shoulders settle. And then let's just be here and feel the subtle vibrations, subtle sensations through the body. we'll rise up to the knees, bringing hands to the hips. From here, step the right foot forward. Scooch the foot forward, sink into the right knee. And then we'll bring the right knee to the mat and switch. Left leg forward, sink into the left knee. And now we'll be alternating. So we'll take deep breaths as we move forward with foot and then knee to the mat. So you might exhale, sink in, inhale, knee down. Exhale, sink in, inhale, knee down. Continue. Now we're going to turn this into a back bend. So the next time the right foot is forward, we'll keep it there. Sink into the right knee. And so what we can do, a couple options. You can have left hand to left hip and then right arm up and over as you sink into the right knee. Let's actually just do this. Let's be here for a few breaths. And then you could stay here, or you might come back a little bit to bring the left hand to the left heel and then send the right arm up and over. If you're here comfortably enough, you might extend the right leg. Plant the foot. Now let's look down at the left heel. Let's look up towards the sky. And then begin to bring the right foot to plant with the knee bent. And then we'll lower down to the inside of the right foot for a moment, just sinking in. And then rising. Bringing right knee down, left foot forward. From here, you can take the right arm up, sink into the left knee. I think we did the opposite with the arm, so it doesn't really matter. You can just experiment and see what feels right. Maybe left arm lifting, right arm lifting. We could do both, and I don't remember which I did just a moment ago. I think we had right arm up actually, right? So left arm up. Another breath or so, and the reason we did it this way was because we had this option of right knee, bringing some weight there, and then bringing right hand to right heel, left arm up and over. Maybe extending the left leg, foot down. Looking down towards the right foot, up towards the sky. Planting the left foot with the knee bent now, rising, hands down to the inside of the left foot, sinking. We're going to go into another back bend, but on the belly. So we'll rise. You can bring knees down next to each other. And let's rest first in a child's posture so we can counter the back bends, which are so important for strengthening the back muscles and the core. And for opening up the chest. So let's see if we can go a little bit deeper by coming into bow. So we'll lower down all the way and bring the arms alongside the body to start, maybe chin down or forehead down. Relax the legs, relax the arms. And then we'll bend the knees and hold the feet, tops of the feet. Next inhalation, lift the head, the chest, the thighs. Keep the feet hips distance apart, knees as well, so that we aren't opening the legs here. And then we'll breathe deeply and let the belly inflate and deflate, moving the body. Two more breaths. And release. Rest. And now we're going to come to child's posture. And now we're going to come to seated so that we can work with the neck a little bit. So overall, most of the body is, looser, more open, more expansive, more active. We've opened up some of the channels for the breathing system. Now we're going to work with the shoulders and the neck, and then we're actually going to go to resting. So we'll shrug the shoulders and circle them as we shrug and lower. And then circling up, back, down. Drop the chin to the chest. And we'll circle the head very slowly over one way and to the other. We'll go a few times. Let's say we're going to circle for about 1 minute going in this direction and then 1 minute the other. So it's longer than we would usually do. But go very slowly and pay very close attention to all the little crackling sounds. And maybe even notice where you feel as you're taking the head over towards one side. You could feel more of an uncomfortable pull. So that signifies where you have some tension there in the side of the neck and the upper trapezius. And this also wraps around to the front of the neck. Lots of tension there for many of us. So maybe one more circle, and that'll be our minute. And then once chin is to the chest, you can rotate the other way for another minute. this is our minute. Once the chin is at the chest, maybe shake the head. Bring the head to center. Today is a good day to actually work on the front of the neck. I know that if it's done daily, it really makes a big difference, and I myself often forget all about it. So we're going to have one hand find the base of the neck towards the collarbone, and right above that there's going to be a muscle which stretches up behind the ear. We're going to press into that with the, so if you're doing right side, you'll do right hand. Now some people have a lot of muscle mass, they're not able to take their arm that way, so as pointed out to me, you could take the opposite arm over to that. But then we're going to see if we can bring two hands there if possible. And then on the inhale, take the head back left. On the exhale, create resistance, so you might even bring your hand to the forehead and push in to the hand as you bring the head through the diagonal. And then you don't have to do it with the hand, so we'll do this about 3 more times. Take the head back left and then push the head through as if there's a force that you're working against. Doing your best to maintain pressure on the muscle without straining the wrist or the hand that's coming from the bicep. And then this time we'll keep the head back left, away from this muscle. If you feel a little bit of a burning sensation, that's normal. And then we'll bring the head back to center. Release the hands, give the elbows and the wrists a break. Maybe move the wrist around. But as you're here, also pay attention to the sides of the neck. Notice the left side, notice the right side in terms of the front, and see how they feel different. You could physically feel them too. The side you worked on will be softer. Let's work with the other side. And then inhale the head back right if you're doing left side. Exhale, push it through to center. 2 more. You'll be surprised how much tension this relieves in this region. And it really, I found it helps me with my upper back tension. So then we'll take the head back right away from that muscle, and about 3 deep breaths. We'll bring the head back to center and release the hands down. Maybe circle the head a couple times. Feel it's different, more open. And then we'll bring the head back to center. So I think I would like to rest, and I think it's a good time. If you feel like there's something else that you would like to do, go for it. If you're ready to rest, let's lie down. Ready for Shavasana. Releasing the body, letting everything go. Let the muscles in the face relax, the jaw soften. Resting, resting. Start to come back. Letting the breath deepen. Moving hands and feet. You can roll to the side to rise. And once you've risen, we'll seal our practice chanting Sat Nam 3 times. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Truth is our identity. Thank you. Namaste. See you soon.